big engines and high cruising speeds are the hobby of some, others prefer the propulsion power of Mother Nature. Like Tartan Yachts, where new owner Steve Malbasa is continuing the company's tradition of building world-class sailing yachts.
I became overwhelmed by it immediately. It was the most relaxing, most exhilarating thing I've ever done. The whole idea of being able to take a headwind and turning it into something positive is pretty cool, and that's what I felt. It probably sounds deeper than most people would really feel, but it's what got me. It's what grabbed me about the whole process.
And Tartan Yachts extend the vintage sailing experience with their traditional interiors.
You can't go down below on a Tartan for the first time and not say, wow.
The balance of performance and cruising luxury is something that is unique to Tartan Yachts.
It's already been awarded Boat of the Year, both in the cruising class and in the performance class. That's really highly unusual. That's what makes us extreme.
And their inspired dual helm system is a unique feature, increasing maneuverability and comfort.
Part of the reason the 4000 went into the dual helm, performance-wise, you're looking at when the boat's heeling over, it puts you in a better position to have a sight line as to where you're going, planning your next move and everything else. The secondary benefit, if you think about it, when you have a single helm, getting on and getting off the boat, you have to maneuver your way around this large wheel in the center.
I mean, that Tartan 4000, you can walk up the companionway steps and run straight out the back of the boat into the water if you want.
And it helps open up the cockpit for the social hour that tends to happen after the sail.
Tartan's newest 4000 features an innovative and easy-to-use carbon fiber mast and pocket boom to go along with its dual helm configuration. But before any Tartan yacht makes it into the water, it is first designed and prefabricated on the computer.
This program's called Rhinoceros 3D. On the screen here, on the big screen, we're looking at a hull of a new Tartan. And basically, we do all the detail here in the 2D drawing with a couple hundred different layers and then split out whatever our guys need in order to build the project.
And this particular Tartan 4000 is what the team calls a stick build.
One of the beauties of the stick build is it allows much more personalization and customization for our owners. It's literally an open hull that we build by hand from the hull up.
Each hull is made using a mold and vacuum-infused resin process.
These molds are what produces the final part. If there's a problem in the mold, damage to the mold, it's going to show up in the final part. We're looking at the deck for a Tartan 4000. This deck has just been infused yesterday. What you see is the fiberglass laminate. The brown areas you're looking at is the balsa coring in there, which you see there, the brown wood, encased in fiberglass on both the outside and the inside, creating essentially an I-beam with the balsa as the web in the middle.
Right now they're catalyzing the resin. We have 2 drums down there. It's 450 pounds of resin in each drum. What we have is 2 points that we'll feed our resin to, and 2 more points that we pull a vacuum. We'll pull complete vacuum under this. There will be no atmosphere.
Vacuum resin infusion represents the future for yacht building, making a stronger, lighter, and faster boat with less wasted materials.
They enjoy working on new resin systems, new way of doing things to make the boat better, stronger, and different than anything else in the marketplace. So how can you get bored where every day you're taking a step forward and leaving the people you're competing with behind you?
Let's check in with Tartan Yachts as they fabricate their unique carbon mast system.
Right now we're in the final stages of getting a 4000 mast ready for the oven. The first process is to mold it. We use female molds, and as you can see, the carbon is laid inside and formed to the inside of the mold. We cook under vacuum bag. What that does is it compresses the laminate, makes it a lot stronger, squeezes out excess resin, keeps it to the mold, and gives us the strongest mast we can make. It's carbon fiber mast that makes the Tartan 4000 an extreme yacht. Being as light as it is, that you can pick it up from one end with one guy, it makes the boat a lot faster, and it carries a lot more sail area than standard boats of its size. We're the only one that makes carbon mast as a standard. Every boat gets carbon mast, and that's it.
The mounting components for the dual helm are also constructed entirely from carbon fiber.
And when these get put on the boat, and this is facing forward, okay, and you're on the port side here. This will be on the floor of the cockpit, and this will be on the deck. And the wheel will go right here. And you'll steer, and right here you can put instruments and panels and a compass right here. So these are carbon fiber, and they weigh all about 3 or 4 pounds. And they'll have 2 of these in the back of the boat. This is a kind of a trademark of Tartan Yachts. What the pocket boom does is this is what the mainsail rests in and raises from. And the reason we use the pocket boom is because it keeps people off the deck in heaving seas, because you can drop your mainsail with 1 or 2 people, it'll fall right into the pocket boom, and then you zip it up and you're done. Next step is to put them in the autoclave and cooker. This is our molded-in masthead. Every other mast manufacturer, they have bolt-on mastheads that they're putting them on with secondary bonds by hand with laminates. Our mastheads are actually cured in the oven with the rest of the mast, and it's all one solid piece of carbon. For her size and even for her weight, she's putting up quite a bit of sail area. She should be, competitive and a fast cruiser.
Coming up, Viking shows you why their 82 is an unrivaled sport fisher.
And it's probably the best in the world.
And the Tartan 4000 hoists its sail for the maiden voyage.
It's got classic lines, but it sails like a Ferrari.
Cherry is Tartan's wood of choice for the boat's interior to go along with an all-teak deck. And all materials used in a Tartan are hand-selected for top performance and durability.
The level of detail that we go into is incredible, from the keel, deck, hull, lamination structure in order to save weight, cabinetry fit out in order to give the luxury, and all the way to fastener and material selection on hardware, pumps, suppliers, things like that. So we're out there searching for the greatest materials that we can put into our boats in order to deliver the best experience for our customers. This may look like a normal piece of wood, but on Tartan Yachts, for the soles inside the boats, we do an engineered flooring system, much like you see in homes. A lightweight composite backing board called Space Age, and then we glue 3/16 of solid teak on top of that. With this solution, we've got a nice lightweight sole that's got solid teak on top. It's able to be refinished for the life of the boat, and it's completely impervious to water.
The curves of a sailing yacht's hull require precise radius work, something Tartan does in-house.
This is a finished product from the mill prior to any varnishing or staining that would be done on it. This piece of trim here is a number of laminates of veneer that is glued up. This is what it looks like before it becomes the mold. It'll come out of here, and then we'll take it and mill it as far as cutting it and shaping it to size.
And then all the wood makes its way to the staining room.
I get the parts from the mill. I usually get the parts that are raw. I inspect them, make sure they're pencil-free, dent-free, and then I spray them with a crystal lacquer varnish. Then I bring them back out here and I sand them smooth, and then we put 2 more coats on it, and then you have your finished product.
And carbon fiber extends from the top of the mast to the bottom of the rudder.
These are carbon fiber rudder posts for our boats. Almost all our boats, except for some of the older designs, get them. Most boats use stainless steel or aluminum. Carbon fiber is lighter and stronger. And one reason to use it on the rudder post, and it's important, is because the rudder is typically at the far end of the boat. You always want to get weights out of the end of a sailboat. It makes it stiffer, it makes it more balanced. So by switching to carbon fiber, we're aiming to do that, and I think we have. So right here, there's probably 35 layers of carbon fiber. And while the steering pedestals are very light and only a couple pounds, this weighs about 10, 15 pounds.